Alright, so I'm standing here with the team captain of Team Annexes, Casper. So for the people that doesn't know you, can you please tell us short about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Casper and I have been playing Counter-Strike for almost close to 10 or 11 years. Started out playing 1.3 and so on up until 1.6 when I eventually switched to CSRs. And then for like 5 months ago I switched to CSGO with some of the players from my team. So yeah, today I'm playing with Messel, Nille, Pimp and Colon, so that's basically my career in real short.
We can take the players later on. So first you were in Blight Gaming. Can you tell us what happened there?
We kind of felt that we got betrayed because even small amount of fees to be paid for like Azir, the ESWC qualifier, they refused to pay, even though that it was a really little fee. And when we knew that they wouldn't provide us with a small amount of fee, with a small fee for the tournament, then we knew we weren't going to be sent to the ESWC, DreamHack, and whatever we qualified for. So yeah, it was. We didn't want to bet on it, so we pulled out, and unfortunately, Annexes wanted us. So yeah.
So before you joined Blight, was it you who showed interest, or did they wanted you to play under their flag?
It was Blight Gaming. I wrote in my statement when we went official with the team that teams could, organizations could contact us by my email. So they contacted me, and we took it from there. And yeah, we got disappointed, but there's a lot of European teams that have been disappointed by Blight Gaming as well. So yeah.
What did they promise you to pay out when they signed you?
They promised that they would send us to the events we wanted to attend, if we had practice probably. And when we actually qualified for ESWC, when we were close to qualifying to ESWC, they said that they would only send us to either DreamHack, ESWC, or whatever comes later in 2012. So it was kind of an easy choice for us to step out of Blight Gaming.
So with Kejam joining the army, why Colon?
We wanted to switch things up a little. With Rena, it has been a very strict playstyle where we have been relying on the team play, and we know our team's strengths now and our weaknesses. And one of our weaknesses was that we were too predictable as counter-terrorist, and that's one of the things that Colin brings to the table, that he has a really aggressive playstyle, and you never know where he is on the map, which sometimes is not that good for us, but he confuses the enemy a lot, and that makes us unpredictable, and people can't read our playstyle.
Yeah, most of the source teams doesn't play aggressive at all, but the 1.6 team does. So that's good for you.
Yeah, I think so, because now we have a mix of 1.6 and CSS. The thing is that the 1.6ers have the experience and the courage to play that balanced type of play, where they tend to switch from being really aggressive to standing totally defensive. And when we come from a CS Source background, you had to be defensive almost all the time, because otherwise, because of the interplate, you would get raped, because you could shoot around corners before the defending part couldn't see it. So we're trying to mix it up a little, and I think that's good for us at the stage we're at now.
So going into THOR Open, did you think you will win the group, or did you think Lemon Dogs, as is the top 5 ranked team in the world, will take the first place?
To be honest, I thought we had the chance, and it will be all down to momentum and who got their game going at first. But when we start playing, I think they are a kind of different team than from a DreamHack, from the way they play in game. I think they got a little too confident in their own play, which meant they must have underestimated us or something, because we won really easy, and it was the easiest match we had throughout the whole tournament so far. So I don't know if they are just better as underdogs against good teams or what it is. I'm not sure, but yeah, we proved to be the better side today.
And Western Wolves, which have beaten NIP online, maybe that's not something good, but and also Absolute Legends, which have really good 106 players. What do you think about the matches you played against them?
I think it's always dangerous playing a best of one against both teams, because they have really good individual players, and when their individual players hit their shots, then they are very dangerous to play against, because then they can get the momentum going and their rounds just keep on rolling. But we kind of split it up from the beginning, and actually both matches. I thought throughout the whole game that we would win it in the end if just we held our heads together. So we did, and that was what happened.
If you would rank the best player in each team, which would you say and why?
I would say from Demon Dogs it would be the Twister guy, because what he did against us at DreamHack was absolutely crazy, and I think he has a promising future. From Western Wolves, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which players are who at that team. Their names are kind of unknown to me. Not that I see them as unknowns. I just don't know who they are because they are most 1.6s as far as I know. And then there's Absolute Legends. They have a lot of really good players, but their key player is RDL. When he hits his shots and gives up the big numbers of frags, he normally takes his team to victory. And when he doesn't play that good, they have problems closing the matches. So if you take out RDL, they're just a decent team.
Yeah, you can see Sneal in 1.6 with the FAMAS. He always bought FAMAS. Did he play FAMAS in this game?
I actually didn't see Sneal do that many frags today. I think they have played really decent, all of them. I think it was a team effort that they got the rounds they got against us. They played a good T side and they managed to close us down as when we were terrorists. So I think it's more team effort today than Sneal or any of the other guys making the superb play.
So before you went into this tournament, could you place a top 3 teams?
I would say NIP were my favorites before, and then I had Lemon Dogs as outsiders for the top 3, probably a second finish, and then I had us as a third place. But today, I would say NIP or us as first, and then Cursed as 3.
Do you think about the Curse match tomorrow, which you play in playoffs, will be rough, or do you think not easy, but do you think you will have a great chance to beat him and move on to the finals?
I think their team is really good for us because they play like the teams you want to play against. They have a very strict, gameplay, which means that they don't do the really surprising stuff. We know what we can expect from them, and they know what they can expect from us. So I think it's going to be a close match, but I see us as 60-40 favorites tomorrow.
Yeah, and about finals, if you move on to the finals, NIP will move on to the finals, I believe, if not Damodox crush them or just win by some rounds. How do you think it will go if you come to the finals and play NIP?
Of course, I hope we will win because it's always nice to get wins on your resume. But we know if we play NIP in a final, it will be really difficult because they have that momentum going for them for like 3 or 4 months in a row now, and they have the mindset that they are unbeatable. And when a team has that, it's really difficult to play against them because they take the chances and hit their shots. So we need to be on a toe tomorrow if we're supposed to take a map or 2 against them. Hopefully we will give them. Hopefully we'll take a map and then everything can happen. But we know that they're a good team, and we're not going to stand here and say we will win 2-0 and crush them out, because that won't be the case. Even though we stand in a final, we know if we have to beat them, it will be close rounds and close matches.
And if you win, since they have not lost one map at an event yet, or either a tournament, how would you feel about the win?
I would feel like the best player ever, because they are the team to beat at the moment. They are the world's best team, and they have all these crazy sponsors giving them computers and I don't know what, and salaries. They only play. They don't have to think about anything but play, because they get the salaries and have the time to put into the game. So if we win against them, it will be a huge wake-up call for them, and a really good boost for us, knowing that all the hours we spend on playing actually pays off in the end, even though they have even more hours to spend on the game.
Yeah, I think that was all. You have something you would like to add before we cut it?
I would like to add that I'm always happy that Annexus takes the time to help us get to the events we want to go to, because without being at these events we'll just be playing online, and that's a whole different feeling. Even though it's a tight schedule at the moment, we're glad to visit the events we want to be at, especially at a place like THOR Open. We have had quite a few disappointments at events early on, and so when it's finally paying off, I would also like I'd like to thank Annexus for trusting us that at some point it will change, and it did today. So I'm glad for that.
And just to add about the problems, it was bad for you. I understand that, but did it make you feel down?
Of course, you're down when you can't advance from the group stage, but we have grown as a team, and that's what helped us today, securing some of the rounds today, and we have gotten quite a good confidence boost, which means that we can rely more on each other, and we don't have to feel the pressure when we're in tight matches. So we take our losses, and then we evaluate, and then we try to come out strong on the other side.
Yeah, that was the interview with Casper, rugga, the team captain of Nexus. Stay tuned for more coverage and pictures.